Well, that's awkward.
Yeah. Did you crash or something?
I'm not sure. Maybe Cosmoteer doesn't like to stream properly.
Okay.
We're 10 minutes behind schedule, but it looks like everything is okay now. So let's start the tournament as soon as
Just
both
make
participants are
sure to
ready.
put the password on the game.
I posted it up on announcements. They should all know.
No, the game itself doesn't have a password. Anyone can join.
Oh, right, yeah. Good point, good point. Just waiting for our participants to ready. So, looking at all our participants this time, sorry, no spectators allowed. You're gonna have to watch the stream, I'm afraid. Looking at the participants this time, who do you think is who do you think is the potential winner?
Well, we have the usual guys. We have Polar Bear, which is one of the strong players. Nope, which is a very good two times champion. We have Aranya. We have One Eye. We have Dallas, which is also a two-time champion. Something that's popping out when I look at the participant list, neither Orb or Kuruko aren't participating this time, at least in the main roster.
Kuroko
They
did
both.
participate, but he didn't. He entered too late and he got cut out.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Well, I think that when both of them are gone, Nope is the top contender for winning, especially because Dallas already told us that he isn't going to really try this time. Have you seen his ship though?
I have, I have. I'm interested in seeing what's he
Yeah, I'm
gonna do with
waiting
it.
for that.
But before that, we're gonna start the tournament, and looks like Polar Bear has his usual ship, or at least
No,
one
I
of
think
his
he
usual
changed
ships.
it a bit.
He
I think
changed it
he
a
changed
bit,
it a bit.
but generally speaking, it's mostly the same.
Yeah, it's the usual meta we see nowadays. A diagonal laser, some electrobots on the front, a lot of thrusters in the back. Yeah. The other RY guy with his tourney ship, um, that seems like no two ions in the front. My only problem with it is it's really slow.
Yes, and it's also a missile ship, which does not really. Missile ships have never really been successful except for in the first tournament when they had plenty of space to kite around. This ship is. For starters, it's not really firing, and the reactors are too far away from the front shields to actually provide much protection energy to the shields itself.
Also, just Polar have enough PD to hold his own against missiles. So yeah, I think that's an easy win for him. Sorry for the meta.
Up to now, the ship has
One
only
control
fired.
room is down.
Yeah, it's only fired 2 missiles, which both got shot down. Oh, here's the third one.
Yeah, Polar just taking him down slowly but surely. Another missile. And the chain reaction.
Some of these are detonating on the shields, but yeah, missiles have just never been very effective in this price range. Right, congratulations to Polar Bear for winning the first round, and that sort of puts us back on schedule because he won it so fast. Thank you.
Okay, next up we have Nope against North Horizon.
uh,
Right? Unless you change the.
no. The brackets are like, unless somebody is specifically requesting me to change them to the end, it's what the bracket says.
The next game is Nope against North Horizon. I think we can expect to see a cannon ship from Nope, because if I remember correctly, it doesn't really use a lot of laser ships, and I hope we will see something interesting that you have to show us. Maybe a new ship.
You know what? I'm just not going to bother with the winner thing and the announcements because I'm just going to move the challenge brackets. Man, I wish I had a third screen to see all this stuff. I'm not actually sure if North Horizon is actually here.
It seems like he isn't.
We're gonna wait for him for about 1 or 2 minutes.
Well, there haven't been any significant changes to the meta since the last tournament, so I think we can expect about the same thing. Diagonal lasers dominating the meta, with maybe a few railguns.
Yes,
I'm not really sure.
I don't really see many people who used railguns effectively last round, last tournament. They seem pretty hard to use actually in this small
I think
sorry
they are
small perimeter of death.
I think railguns are really optional as a counter pick to ships with low shields, with a low amount of shields. But in any other scenario, they aren't really as good as other weapons can be.
It looks like North Horizon isn't here, so we're just going to skip him and move and see who is here after. Who is the last person to join? Miles Stone. That's right. We are going to substitute North Horizon for Miles Stone. It looks like nobody is turning up for this one. Maybe it's because they're all scared of Knob.
Might be.
Okay, is anybody here actually? Well, I know Kuroko is here, so
Oh, he's next in line if
yes,
Milestone
he is
doesn't
next in
show up.
line. Well, we'll give Milestones another minute. You know, this schedule thing is really not working out for me.
Yeah, I think we can
Yes, I'm pretty sure we can.
give up on that guy showing up.
Now, I hope Kuroko actually shows up. If he doesn't, I'm gonna be very done with this. I won't have much choice other than to move to the last two people. Oh, last three people actually. Is a name player Kuroko? I don't think so. There we go.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Now when we finally have two players, and both of them are really good. Now Milestone shows up. Great. Great.
Yeah, it's a bit too late for you, I'm afraid. Alright, if both players could just ready up. If Kuroko could buy his ships. Ooh, Nope, are you still here? Alright, let's go.
Okay, I'm expecting Kuroko to use his kiters. I think that should be pretty obvious.
Well,
wait.
it looks like it wasn't that obvious after all. First
Yeah,
off, let's look at Nob's ship.
Okay. That is new. It's a splitter, it says. It does have a railgun in the middle. It does have cannons, as I anticipated, but the small ships also have lasers. My only problem is the small ships, I think they lack thrust. They don't have enough utility, in my opinion, because they only have two medium thrusters facing backwards.
I
And
think
the big ship of Nope, I think it have enough thrust to move around freely.
I think they do have enough thrust to just primarily move to the back of Kuroko's ship. Kuroko went with a diagonal design. That's
Yeah, that is surprising. Because all of the last games after the second tournament, if I recall, he used kiters. Oh, maybe after the third.
I seem to recall him using
And
kiters.
that does do some work. Constantly shooting, it seems.
It's not really getting past the armor or shields. That railgun is not
Yeah.
particularly powerful.
Okay, the small ships start to shooting on the course side, back side.
Well, those reactors are not very well protected, so
Yeah.
if
Seems
not,
like the thrusters are taking some damage. Well, one of Nope's ship is out of the perimeter of death, but I want to remind you that a few patches ago the perimeter of death have been changed to do less damage the closer you are to the line.
yes, both
So-
participants seem quite willing to just move out of the perimeter they're not in any hurry to just go back in.
Yeah. In that range, when you're so close to the line, it doesn't really do any significant damage, especially if you're out for a short time. But the farther away you get from it, it's starting to do some really heavy damage.
Well, Kuroko is the person who should be worried about this. Nope can move back into the perimeter anytime he wants.
Yeah, but you can see that Kuroko thrusters have been heavily damaged, so his ship, and here comes some of the damage on the perimeter of death.
Yeah, he can't really move back in fast enough. He's only got
Because
2 thrusters left that's pointing toward the direction he wants to go, so now he's turning his ship around, and that's gonna cost him time.
well, I think that's pretty much game.
It is, even if he does come back in, the railgun has the potential to just go right through the armor and shatter everything. With
It is way too damaged. Yeah, and Nob is starting to go forward, shooting him with the railgun, getting blocked by the shield. So
That's the nice thing about the railguns. It's so long range, you can shoot even by staying inside the perimeter.
it's the same range as missiles.
But unlike missiles, you can't intercept railgun shots with your point defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nob is just waiting. He just is in Kuru for now. Yeah,
And
okay.
congratulations, Nop.
GG. Okay, so next round would be Ri against Negan. Now, Milestone, you're not in this tournament, I'm sorry.
Well, he still has a chance if anybody else doesn't show up.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
And I think one of them is not showing up to this one.
Might
Maybe
be.
both of them. Negan's playing Gary's mod.
Well, I mean, right now neither is showing up for the game.
Nope. Nobody. Well, there should be like an official time limit. We'll wait for people after which we won't let them back in. I'll make that time limit 2 minutes. During which we can talk about the new weapons Walt is adding with the next patch. Have you seen that new heavy laser that he has?
Oh, yeah, I have the dual laser gun.
Yes. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it is going to it is going to be underpowered because from what I've seen, it have a pretty high uh, attack rate, attack speed. How do you call that? Um, attack per seconds. Okay. Much faster than the normal small laser. So either it will be much more expensive or it will do less damage per shot. So I think it will be very like not very useful against armor and shields. And one of the most one of the things that makes small lasers so overpowered is their accuracy. So if you make it dual gun, I think it reduces the accuracy.
Well,
And
from what Walt is saying, he thinks that it's not really a laser cannon; it's a Gatling plasma weapon, which is designed to be good against armor.
well, you already have a weapon that's good against armor cannons, and they their accuracy isn't as good. So they were OP, but now lasers are just too good against them because you can just take down all the cannons in a very short time because they are so accurate.
Well, we'll have to wait. There's the other part that's quite interesting, which is the boost thruster, and it could allow for some very efficient manual maneuvering. But before we talk about that, it looks like neither of the participants are showing up, so we're gonna substitute both of them. If I could just quickly. See, I told you Milestone would get into this one eventually.
Well, I don't know. I have never seen milestone ships, but I have seen pyro ships, and they are pretty good. So if there was
Oh,
a fight against another
Walt
thing,
is telling me
it's take
that.
pyros.
Sorry. Walt is telling me that the Gatling plasma is different from the heavy laser weapon. My mistake.
Oh, okay.
Also, hi Walt.
Hello. Okay, so milestone is in. Pyrus, please join us too. I know you're watching the stream.
Well, while we're waiting for Pyrus to jump in, what do you think
Yeah,
about the?
he asked me what the password is. I just gave it to him.
All right, okay, thank you. What do you think about the boost thruster?
Well, the boost thruster, I think, to be honest, I don't think it will be so well because you always never want to get close to the enemy, and when you want to get further away, you will almost always prefer to do that while kiting, while attacking. And
I,
if you use the boost thruster, then you might not be able to get those shots off because, well, I'm not really sure. I have to see how it actually works in the game to tell you. I think it will be useful uh, for swarms, so you can maneuver the ships around the enemy really quickly. Um,
I,
and thus the boost thrusters will be useful. But I don't think on a very useful, on much more ways to use it.
uh, I do wish that it would be something that allows more mechanical expression of your ship control. For example, if you're dodging a railgun shot, you can just jump to the side with a boost thruster. Having some more
Well, that
technical
depends
issues.
on the size of your ship and how heavy it is.
We're having some more technical issues. Apologies everybody watching, but it looks like we're gonna have to skip this round as well. Alright, we're just gonna skip to round 4.
Verania, I think it will win. I think it will work by every time it charges up, it engages the boost, and then it will start charging up again and boost again. I think that's how it will work. And you have the option to like shut it down, as you can do to normal thrusters. I think I'm not sure. I will say it again. We have to see it in the game, in work, to actually know where it fits into the meta and how we can use it. Um, except from that, I'm just happy we are getting more new parts. Personally, I really like the parts Walt added, like the big thrust, the giant thrusters, the double thrusters, and the railguns. I really like the railguns. They're my favorite weapon in the game.
Yeah, Varania is here, but I don't know if Spongy Monkey is going to show up. It looks like I'm going to have to give a bye to at least 2 people. Anybody watching the stream willing to substitute? You're not allowed. Well, sorry, but you're casting this with me. You're stuck here with me.
Okay.
I've gotten used to
Feels
talking to somebody. If I have to talk to myself, I'll go crazy in here.
bad, and I was about to show off my crazy Cosmoteer skills.
No, I'm joking. If you want to show off, I'll let you. You can't cast it with me for. I mean, I know you won't actually just badmouth the other player, but just in case, if you do want to substitute for this round, I'll let you, and with subsequent
Well,
rounds.
I don't actually want to get Verania out of the tournament because I think he is one of the favorites.
Don't
to
worry,
win,
I don't think
so-
you will, because Varania is cursed to always be second place.
Well, if no one will, if no other substitute will get in, I might.
We've got a person who says Polar Bear is willing to substitute.
No, probably also.
No,
went
Polar Bear says
the
he's
other
he's got somebody that might want to hear.
round. Oh, okay. Well, I guess if no one will show up in the 4 minutes, I will have to substitute myself.
Yeah, we'll give the person that Polar Bear said 2 more minutes. This honestly has not been ideal. We've been going for nearly 40 minutes now, and we've only had one
Mainly
battle.
waiting.
Yes. Waiting.
Wait, we actually only had 2 battles, right?
Sorry. Yes, we only
we only
did.
had.
We only had 2.
Oh, interesting.
I think that's not too bad.
Well, that's the first time we have so many no-shows.
Well, actually, we do have a lot of no-shows before, but the thing is, we were having 3 people free-for-alls, so I just started the battle with 2 people instead. I was concerned about it being rather unfair, which is why I stopped doing that. But now I think that old tournament format might have been better. It looks like it's a no-show again. So Octo, if you'll do the honors,
Yeah.
I'll just quickly mute you. All right, it's just me here. Yeah, I haven't seen Octo playing in wow, how many tournaments has this been? 1, 2, 3. I've lost track, but congratulations, everybody! We get to see Octo's wonderful ship design skills. By the way, just saying, I don't think he actually poses much of a threat to Varania. Octo did not win a single tournament through battle. No offense, Octo. We know you're great. He's not. Looks like both participants are ready. Alright, both players are now in the game. Firstly, let's look at the ships. Verania has gotten, well, 1, 2, 3, 4 ion kiters. Meanwhile, Octo's gone with his old... Oh, that's not his old design. It's got railguns. He's gone with a standard war design with rails. And before that, we have a new special guest host, suddenly subbing in from nowhere. Hello, Dallas.
Hello, hello. It's good to be here.
Anyway, so I'm gonna ask you what I normally ask Octo. What do you think about their ship designs?
Well, they look very interesting. So Octo, I believe I've seen him use that wall before. It looks like I believe he made it right after the railgun update. Just kind of a standard cannon electrobolt wall with railguns in the center instead of ion beams. So that's going to be very scary to any of Verania's smaller ships if he can get it locked on front. Now, Verania, these smaller ships, it look like, are going to focus on trying to swarm around Octo's wall and probably just pick it apart slowly with those ion beams.
Well, with 4 ships, Verania has plenty of options to keep one ship behind him at all times, though she's not doing that right now. Oh well, there's one that's flanking.
Yeah, it looks like Octo's getting some shots off. It doesn't look like those railguns are being able to do too much damage. They're very short.
Yes, and they're also not exactly hitting every single shot they fire. Right now, Verania is doing a great job of constantly circling Octo, so he can't even shoot. Oh, here's one shot. But it just detonates harmlessly against the shields.
Oh, ouch. Look painful.
Oh yes, you're watching the stream and casting this, aren't you?
Yeah, so I can't zoom in on things.
I'm sorry. I'll make sure to keep the battle at 1 frame for you.
Yeah, so things are looking pretty bad for Octo. He's just not able to close into any of these ion kiters and get that heavy cannon damage he needs. Because despite having a long range, I think large cannons are actually pretty short ranged in terms of when they're actually effective.
Yes, because the projectiles are so slow, it's actually quite easy to dodge them. It looks like Octo has just been split apart. Verania, in contrast, has taken almost no damage.
Yeah, and it looks like that half of Octo's wall has already lost his control room, so he's not even going to be able to try and pen in one of these ion kiters.
And that basically looks like it's it for Octo. Even firepower-wise, I don't think he has much left going for him.
It was a good fight though, and kudos to Octo for being willing to sub in there.
I'd say he, after all these tournaments without fighting, he's gone a bit rusty. I should probably not allow him to host the next one. Make him fight for it. Let me just unmute him. You're rusty, Octo. You're rusty.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious I went easy.
Oh, you went easy on her, did you?
Yeah. I think if I would have used a more... No, I'm just kidding. No, well done, Verania. Well done.
Also, say hi to Dallas.
Okay, yeah, I've heard him.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Hey.
You weren't here. Well, Dallas, do you want to keep casting, or is 1 round enough for you?
Oh no, I think the two of you have been doing a great job.
All right. See you later.
See ya, thanks.
Okay, let's move on to the next round then. Nice fight, by the way.
Ah, thank you very much.
What do you think about Verania's ships this time round?
Well, the Iron Kiters, I think because they are so nimble and you have so much trust on each one of them, every opponent that use one ship will have hard time against him because you can just flank him and make all the kiters go around because as you've seen they have a lot of side thrust, so he can just keep his distance, keep going around the enemy. So if the enemy have only one ship, he will have a really hard time against Rania. But if he will go up against like the ship Dallas used, the splitter one, he might Verania might have hard time because he needs to keep his distance from instead of. Okay, for Phonics Craft is saying I got a poke-proof ship because if you recall last tournament, one guy used the ship which was just a
Oh
poking stick
yes,
and got
yes.
stuck in Phonics Craft ship and he couldn't
Uh,
move.
I think that was actually Walt's fault, but the physics in last
Okay,
tournament was not
so
good.
Phonics is using a laser pyramid with one ion in the middle. It's looking like it can split. Yeah, it can split Phonics chip. Except for that, normal lasers. It does lack some point defense, but it doesn't shouldn't matter this round because the enemy doesn't have any missiles. The enemy actually, let's see,
That's a
that
wall.
guy with Gemini
Um,
have some kind of cannon wall with electro bolts and shields and small cannons only.
it's quite heavily shielded, though lightly armored. Meanwhile, Phoenix has not managed to supply enough energy to
Power
the
up.
yeah.
Maybe he forgot the doors.
Now I see crewman running into the yeah. He's starting to fire now, but I think it's just the distance between the reactors and the small lasers.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They have to go through a very narrow corridor to actually get to the lasers. And if you go,
And the now part they have to go through is the crew quarter, which if you didn't know, crew move much slower when they have to go through the crew quarters.
yes, they move much slower when they have to move in a crowded space, single file, and when they have to go through doors and through crew quarters.
Actually, when they have to go through everything that isn't just corridors, or when they go through another crew member.
Yeah.
So the way he designed his ships is like making the crew going the slowest they can. So that's
Also,
why it took him so long to power up the
also, I'd
lasers.
argue that Phoenix's ship is rather undercrewed, because if you take a closer look, he has 1, 2, 3 large crew quarters and about 6 small crew quarters, which I don't think is enough for a ship of that size, just from intuition.
Well, it's actually hard to tell without seeing the actual stats of the ship,
That's true, that's true.
because he doesn't really use a lot of big thrusters. He uses a lot of medium and small ones, and they really don't need a lot of crew. So I don't know.
And
Well,
congratulations to that guy.
yeah,
That guy being that
great
guy,
game.
not Phoenix Craft.
Okay, next round will be Creator this One Eye.
Versus one.
Now, One Eye is a veteran right now. I think I can call him that. He have some really good ships. I know I've seen him working on some interesting diagonal lasers design that I hope to see today.
Meanwhile, waiting for Creator. He is online, so I expect him to be here. If I have to sub anybody else, if I have to sub out anybody else, I am going to throw a tantrum. Unlike you, who actually has a ship for the tournament battles, I can't play in these.
Creator, please join the game.
He should be here. He did change his. There we go.
Oh, great.
Phew, any more and I have to sub in myself.
Will be funny to see.
It will be, or rather, you'd pity me. More like.
Uh, Actually, I was thinking about how the stream would only show half. Actually, we don't have fog of war.
No,
So
we
never
don't.
mind.
You'd see the whole battle. You'd see me getting destroyed by whoever I was up against.
Okay, so let's look at one-eye ship first. Ships. So Lancer, 5K laser. Yeah, it's a normal diagonal laser design. A lot of thrusters, I like that.
No
Some
electro
shields.
bolts. No electro bolts though.
No electric. You're right. And only one control room, but I think it's pretty heavily defended, so I think it will be okay. On the other hand, we have the bat, which is the animal, not the. Which is asymmetric, as you can see. The front part, very asymmetric.
Oh,
Oh.
now why did you point that out to me, Octo? Now I can't unsee it.
Also, one-eye's ship actually have two electrobolts. They're pretty much in the back.
Oh right, okay, I didn't notice those.
Okay, back to the bat. It's a normal diagonal laser design. Yeah, electrobolts, lasers, thrusters.
Let me just comment that I really,
Nothing
really
to-
like the Lancer's paint job. I know it's not. I
Yeah.
know we don't have design tournaments anymore, but if there was, I'd give it to the Lancer this time.
Yeah, I have to say I really like the orange and white scheme. Okay, so both ships are exchanging heats. I think One Eye have the upper hand here.
He does
maybe
have more
flank.
firepower, but he lacks electro bolts to get through the shields, which is gonna hurt him a bit.
Well, actually, I think small lasers can go through shields good enough on their own that he doesn't need more electro bolts than he have.
Well, the creator has taken more damage, but the one eye has lost
Oh,
more
actually,
weapons.
no. Both have taken about the same damage, I think.
Creator has taken slightly more, I'd say.
Yeah, I think now you're definitely correct.
One of one's ship is already like nearly dead, but the other one has
No,
managed to
it's
slightly flank
definitely
him.
not nearly dead. Even after you get the control room, it still have weapon. It can still do some damage, even if he can't control it.
No, you're right.
Meanwhile,
You're right.
you can see One Eye is definitely aiming for the control rooms. He almost shot one down completely, and that means the bat only have one control room now.
He needs to move that other ship. He needs to turn that other ship around though, because otherwise it's gonna get hit from the back with no weapons firing. It's very important for him to like get
One of the Lancer, one of the Lancer control room is out now.
and one of One Eye's control room is as well. Oh no,
Yeah,
sorry,
that's-
no,
that's
creators,
what I mean.
creators.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I think One Eye should move his ship to the right as much as he can and just try to snipe the control room. Oh, never mind, he's sniping it from the back, doing a little damage, not enough. So, yeah.
But the thing is, the bat has actually very superb sideways and turn thrust.
But as you can see, One Eye is trying to snipe the control
Oh,
room. Yeah,
nice
he
shot!
just managed to. GG.
Congratulations to
Great
One Eye.
round,
Yep,
match.
that was well played by both players.
Okay, next round would be Shackle versus Tartaros.
Shaker, I think.
I think that's supposed to be an A. Shackle. I don't know.
That last fight was pretty well played by both players. I'd say that if the creator could, not the creator, if creator could turn his ship around a bit faster, then he would have won that.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. Were you talking about turning? I think after the change to the thrusters, when you don't have the side thrust anymore, turning became much harder. And if you notice, the bat had a lot of small thrusters, which they are the thrusters that suffered the most from that change. So I don't think he was that superior at turning as you think.
I should read the patch notes more. That's what I think.
Stay up with the meta. Now, I think we've seen Tartaros.
We have seen him
ships.
several times.
Yeah, but I can't remember what ship he used.
That is a
Well,
good point because I can't remember either.
I think that in those tournaments, experience is definitely one of the determinant factors of the winner.
Well, I'd say that Tartarus is very experienced right now. And it's not like experience is the defining fact. If you recall,
Yeah, but
Knob
he is
won
pretty-
his second tournament.
Yeah, first actually, no.
Second, I think.
Uh,
He
well,
participated
okay,
once
the-
before. Don't quote me
Okay.
on that. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, yeah, it's not the determinant factor, but it is a really important because with experience, obviously, your ships become more efficient and etc. etc.
Still waiting for Shaker. He's currently displaying as not online. At this point, I'm quite willing to just give whoever here just straight up to the second stage. We'll give him one more minute. If he doesn't come, then Tartarus gets a bye to the second stage for free. Alright, it looks like he's not coming. Tartarus just wins this by default, and we move on to the 8th stage. Sorry, did I say 8th stage?
Yeah.
Round 8.
Okay, this should be an interesting one. Dallas versus Branded Sniper 49. Okay, Dallas, please join us.
And I'll just quickly kick Tartarus here. Oh wait, never mind, he left by himself.
Dallas, I'm really
Yeah,
filled up to see the ship you're going to use.
I'm quite interested in it as well. It looked like a big wheel. I'm not actually sure how it would work, but then again, I wasn't quite sure how the armadillo would work until I fought it. By the way, when I fought the armadillo, Dallas beat me 10 times out of 10. Or whatever, how many times it was, so yeah. I thought I had a good ship too.
I remember the first time I saw the Armadillo design, I was just like, what? What is that?
Well, whatever that was, it won the tournament, so... Alright, looks like both players are ready up, and let's go!
Yeah. Okay. We should start with branded sniper ships. I think.
Yeah. Okay, let's
Okay.
ignore Dallas's big thing first. Branded
So
Sniper
we
has
have
two
two
ships.
ships. One of them seems to be an iron kiter, and the other one seems to be a missile boat with a few cannons, two small cannons in the front.
Not
Now we can
look at
start
Dallas's.
talking about the elephant in the room.
Yep, the
Yeah,
UFO.
that seems quite interesting, you know.
Okay, so
Identifying flying object.
um, I think I know what Dallas is trying to go here. He's trying to use the spinning mechanic so that his armor actually acts as a sort of shield for the missiles. But I'm not actually sure how he's gonna manage the missiles not hitting the himself. Oh, it looks like the missiles get out just fine. Most of them, anyway.
One of them
One of them
didn't
detonated.
manage. Yeah, I think just the PD is going to stop them. Yeah.
Forget the PDs. They're running out of range before they even hit the small ship.
Okay, actually, if you hit
Yep.
the iron kiter,
Most the ones that fire from the other side don't even hit. They sort of don't actually How is he managing to get it rotating? That's my question.
oh, as you can see, he detached the thrusters models from the ship.
Oh,
they aren't
right.
connected. He used the detonation chart to detach them, and I think that's how he just like making them go forward, and that's how he's making that.
That means he has very little control sideways. A railgun would take
I
this
don't
out quite
think- I
easy,
don't
I'd
think-
say.
And you can see it's pretty much in the middle, so I don't think that really matter that much when he's spinning.
Well, actually, technically speaking, we've had problems with splitters going past the ship cap for a long time. Oh, that's a very nice hit. I think this has been the
Yeah.
first missile ship I have ever seen to go work effectively, to be honest.
Dallas, congratulations for impressing us. Really, I
He's
think
not-
if this tournament had a design phase, definitely Dallas would have won that.
Well, I wouldn't say beauty-wise, but ingenuity, sure.
Yeah, creativity and such.
This has got to be like one of the few missiles designs that have ever worked in this tournament. Well, in any tournament.
I think this must be the most unique ship we have seen so far in every tournament.
I don't know, the Armadillo was pretty unique.
I think that beats the Armadillo in this factor. And as you can see, he's doing very well.
He is doing
Against,
very well, but I would
Japan.
argue that Brandon's ships are not very well designed to deal with this. They're rather short on PD.
Yeah, but I think don't a lot of ship and a lot of ship doesn't have much more PD than he had, so I don't know. I really don't know. I can't tell.
Anyway, congratulations to Dallas.
I hope to see that going forward. To the second stage and maybe even the third one.
We're gonna have to go back to round 3, which is
Against Negan. Negan, sorry.
no, it's Pirates versus Milestone.
Oh. Wait.
Because Milestone, Rhea and Negan didn't show up, so and since Milestone had a small issue with his ship, we gave him some time to fix it.
Milestone.
He should be
Please
here.
join
He
us.
should be here. He's online. He's online. We'll just give him a few minutes. He might still be fixing his ship. There we go. for the record, I think that in the future we're just going to have the old tournament format with as many people as possible crammed into the free for all. Oh, looks like Milestone fixed the ship.
Okay, both players, please get ready.
And here we go. Final battle in stage 1. Final battle in stage 1 if the game will just start. I actually haven't had actual issues. Oh, there we go, finally.
Okay, let's start with Pyrus ship, which seems to be a diagonal cannon.
I think we've seen this one before.
Yeah, it's pretty normal design, diagonal cannons, large cannons,
Yep,
nothing
shields.
special.
Meanwhile,
Some electricals. Meanwhile,
Milestone.
Giant Goose Tournament Edition. Well, that seems pretty interesting. Broadsider, I would call that.
It is a broadsider.
The front doesn't have any weapons. It does have shields.
The
You have
front-
3 control rooms, but I think it doesn't have enough ammo. Oh, he left the game.
He left the game.
Well, we should
restart.
remade the game. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, thank you, Pyrus.
What? Okay.
No, so we can remade. Yeah. Okay, Milestone, please rejoin.
Also, you're gonna
If
have to
you
use the
can.
same ship. We're not allowed to change this time. Not
Yeah.
within the same round. It looks like Milestone has a rather weak connection to the game, which is a problem. Oh well, it looks like it's better now. I think the tournament would be a lot better if I weren't the one hosting this and it was Mini Murgo instead. He actually lives in a place that's close to other people, unlike me. Alright, Octo is eating, so he's not talking. That's great. I'm sick of his voice anyway. I'm joking, Octo. It's just me now. Anyway, taking another look at Milestone's ship. It seems like a very hammerhead design with the front armor, but unlike most hammerheads, the front doesn't actually have any weaponry. As for the actual broadside element, well, I think Milestone is rather lacking in weapons there too. He only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heavy cannons in each side. Not exactly ideal compared to the massive array of armaments that Pyrus is sporting.
Okay,
Oh, dear.
I'm back. I wanted to note that Milestone Broadsider have very little armor, and when building the Broadsider, armor is maybe the most important factor. because Broadsider, as you know, Broadsiders, they have to split their firepower between two sides. So they have less firepower. So the only way they can do enough damage is if they can survive for long enough. And
Well,
thus they need a lot of ammo. And I don't think Milestone have enough ammo.
I think you're correct there. The fact that he spent so much money on the front section of the ship, which is rather useless. Oh dear, he's already been split apart.
Only 2 control rooms left for Milestone.
And it looks like he's disconnected.
Yeah, I think that's a win for Pyrus.
Yes, I don't think there's any salvaging that one. And
Also,
even if he doesn't, 2
Yeah,
DCs.
that's a technical win for Pyrus since the player DC'd twice. Yeah.
Yes. Alright, we'll just quickly wait for Pyrus to finish up all these, what's left of Milestone's ship. I have to say, Cosmoteer is rather, is quite relaxing of a game if you're not in a heated battle with somebody.
Yeah, especially because there is no actual soundtrack for the game. In a lot of games, they have um, not a soundtrack, but you have some background noise. In
Yeah,
Cosmoteer,
some
you barely
epic
have
music like in
something.
Skyrim.
Yeah,
Just watching the ships
but
fight is very mesmerizing. Anyway, let me just quickly go update the challenge page and it'll take me about 1 or 2 minutes. That way I'll have an idea on who just won that which. First round winner is Polar Bear. Second round winner is Nop. Third round winner is Pyrus. Fourth round winner is Verania.
That guy? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought.
I've got like the bracket slightly messed up, but it doesn't really matter. Round 5 winner is that guy. Winner of round 7 is One Eye. No, that's round 6. Sorry. Round 7's winner is Tartarus by default. And round 8's winner is Dallas. Now, Octo, I'm going to ask you a question and you're going to answer me with yes or no. Do I start from the top to the bottom? Do I start from the bottom to the top instead of top to the bottom? Yes or
Well,
no?
I think top to bottom will be the best.
Damn it, you're no fun.
Okay, bot to top then. Bottom to top.
Alright, okay. That
go.
means...
When I look at the players who got to stage 2, the only new face we see here is that guy. No, he isn't new. I think that that isn't his first tournament, but that's his first time in stage 2, if I'm correct. Except from that, I think we can expect a lot of heated battles, especially the Polar Bear this versus Nope. I think would be very interesting to watch. And Pyrus Verania also.
All of them are going to be pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. We're just waiting for Dallas and Tartarus to come here.
If we're talking about statistics, then I think probably Nope gonna beat Polar Bear. Yeah, have a much higher win rate. Pyrus versus Verania. I think Verania will win, since he always gets to the finals, almost always.
Verania
We
is
have,
cursed to forever be second place. I'm pretty sure about that.
he also he also have more experience than Pyrus. That guy and One Eye. I think if I recalled correctly, that guy used the cannon ship, which are in the meta right now, are inferior to the diagonal lasers that One Eye used. So I think One Eye will win. Also, he have more experience. And Turtles versus Dallas. Well, we haven't seen Turtles ship, and that's like really frightening because it's stage two and you don't know what you're going to face. Usually in
We've
stage
seen
two
his
you
ship.
can.
We've seen. Well, right. No, never mind. Sorry. Forget. I haven't. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Usually,
Kick me out. Kick me out.
usually in stage two you can try and counter pick, and because you know the enemy might try to counter pick, you can try to counter pick that.
It's a mind
And
game.
but I think Dallas won't change his ship. I don't think he will, just because of how awesome that ship is. And you
Anyway,
don't know
Octo, we're
what
waiting on
Turtle's
you
ship
now.
is. Oh, sorry.
No problem. Let's go.
Okay,
what were you
so
saying
Dallas
about him
did
not changing the
change
ship?
his ship. And now we have a railgun thingy and an ion ship.
Tartarus, meanwhile, has two ships.
Yeah, the big one, the white one, is a railgun, ion, and a few lasers, small cannons, and missiles. Um,
The small one's the
yeah,
ion kiter. Not kiter. Just an ion ship.
ion fighter, I would
Yes.
call that. With some electro bolts in the front too.
Well, I don't really have much
I
words to
think,
say about Alice's.
I mean,
It's
it's special. You can say that it is special. It's a splitter too.
oh
Just
well, that was a devastating shot.
yeah,
Looks like
took
Tartarus didn't
down
have
the
his shields
railgun.
up.
Oh, and another one. Yeah, he doesn't have any shields on the side, so yeah. And Dallas ship have a lot. Boy, that means a lot, especially in the.
Well, it's up to the small ship to actually destroy the railgun. But remember, Dallas's ship can split, and as you can see,
He
he's
just
done it
did.
right now, just there. And he split into an ion ship.
Tartarus is already down to one ship. Already. Only his small ship have a control room.
Man, this
And that
railgun is just
railgun,
ripping right
yeah,
through that
just
ship.
like a hot knife through butter. Ouch.
It's quite interesting to see how much Dallas sacrificed to just get this giant railgun. He's got no other weapons except for two ion beams and small lasers on his secondary ship.
Yeah. Also, he sacrificed a lot of thrust, which, just to remind you, thrust might be the most important stat in the current meta we are having.
Yes. Armadillo showed us that if you have thrust, you can do just about anything. Kite, flank.
Okay, I think the small ship is done now. The Iron Fighter aiming at it. It doesn't have enough firepower to go through Dallas' thick armor layer. Yeah. Oh, another railgun shot. Dallas trying to aim the railgun.
It looks like he's
Anyone
managed to
managed to?
succeed. There's no way to dodge this one.
And
Oh, it detonated against the shield.
does block it. And like after it took down one electrobolt slow.
But
The ions
the
doing some
ions are
serious,
gonna rip through
serious
it apart.
damage. Yeah.
The The ion ship has managed to lock on now. And congratulations to
Yeah,
Dallas for winning that one.
Again, like, no words about Dallas design. Definitely, Dallas fights are always the most enjoyable ones because of design.
Maybe design-wise, but I always look forward to Knobs because his piloting skills are a lot better. No offense, Dallas. No offense.
Everyone has their advantage in this.
Anyway, let's quickly move on to the other one, which is round 2. That guy versus One Eye. You know, what you were saying about us not having a lot of new faces, I'd argue that it's because a lot of new faces don't actually turn up. Because all the people I had to substitute out were people that were new.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is rather awkward.
Guys, if you sign up, show up. For real. So, how is your summer, Ivy?
My summer?
Uh,
I'm in the southern hemisphere. It's been freezing here for the past 3 months. I have a cold.
For 3 months.
Yep, 3 months.
Well, it's summer now, so you should go outside a bit.
No,
Maybe
it's still
warm
winter
up.
for me, man. It's still winter.
Oh, right, you're in the other side of the world. I forgot.
I'm upside down. Literally.
Wait, it's morning for you now. Oh, man, that's crazy.
Well, it doesn't actually snow here, but it just rains. It rains. It never stops raining.
And meanwhile, I'm like dying of heat.
Maybe you should move to my place.
It's
whatever.
a bit far.
Or maybe
A
you should
bit
move into like one of those Cosmoteer ships. Those look pretty comfortable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
6 people in a small room.
Which is, by the way, 2 meters and 2 meters if you calculate. Well, one I did change his ship. He's using a 1 diagonal laser now. The other dude also using that guy, not the other. That guy also using a diagonal laser. But I think one I have the upper hand here because they have more firepower. If I'm not mistaken, you have more lasers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
This is a battle of sloping walls, I'd say. Which one?
Not so sloppy.
Not sloppy. I mean sloping.
Oh.
So the angle of the slope on One Eyes is a lot bigger than, well, that guy's tournament ship. Anyway, we'll see who has the upper hand here as these two ships clash.
One Eye is aiming just for the control room and not the weapons. Notice that. That means he have to go through a lot of armor to get there.
Well, he's managed to get up close and he's shooting at the weapons now.
No, he's still aiming for the control room. The weapons are just in the way.
Either way, as long as you take out the weapons one way, it's good.
Well, I think I would aim for the weapons first and then the control room. But that's just my opinion. What do I know?
Well, hey, you did lose to Varania, so I'm not gonna trust your opinion. I'm joking, I'm joking.
And again, I really like the paint job on One Eye's ship.
Well, that guy's ship seems to have more firepower. The problem is that he doesn't have as much reactors to keep pumping out those shots, so...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's actually lacking energy. Because as you can see, in one model, you have 4 lasers, 2 electrobolts, and 2 shields, but only 1 reactor. And if you didn't know, 1 reactor isn't even enough to sustain 2 shields under fire. And you also have electrobolts, which are very, very expensive in energy terms. And also the lasers, which requires a lot of energy to maintain. Yeah, so we definitely lack power. energy on that ship, I mean. Or at least in every single model.
Well, just about every weapon on Tournament 6's right side has been destroyed.
We have one small laser.
The other side, like you said, it's not getting enough power, so several weapons are not actually firing, even though they could. Just from the amount of weapons that each player has left, I'd say that One Eye has this tournament, has this battle.
Well, I think he can just snipe the control room through the dead right side.
Well, he's
It's like
using
having
your
a
idea
dead
of taking
spot.
out the weapons, isn't he?
Yeah, he does. And he's almost done with it. Also, only 7 small lasers left on there with that guy's ship. And he's aiming for the control room. GG.
Yep, good job. Congratulations to One Eye.
Oh, next round is in the next stage we will have Dallas versus One Eye. I think that will be a very interesting battle. I want to watch that. Okay,
Every battle
next
with
round
Dallas in it is pretty interesting.
Virania versus Pyrus.
I am updating the challenge brackets now, so if you want to have a look at the tournament, I mean, assuming you can remember who's won, you can have a look at that. Nice was meet the army of our enemies. Is approaching, it will not fly. Arania seems to have been going for a 2-ship design this time. Meanwhile, Pyrus still hasn't chosen his ship. Alright, let's go. Oh. There we go.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay, I can't not talk about Virania's ship first. Very colorful. Very. A lot of thrust on the sides. It's an iron fighter basically. A lot of ammo and a lot of shields. A lot of thrust. I like that, but it does have chain reaction and only one control room. We'll have to see how that
Chain
works out.
reaction? Oh
Meanwhile-
yeah. Well, once they get to that point, I don't think the chain reaction really matters. The only issue is that
I think it might matters. I don't know. Meanwhile, Pyrus, it's a little bit different.
Also, I like how Varenia is moving to the side. I like that little shuffle she did there. Pyrus has a very standard yeah, it's similar to the ships we saw last round, diagonal cannons. Well, diagonal anyway. One Varania's ship is already behind Pyrus.
Yeah, not doing too. Okay, actually, touching the disasters. Not doing any really serious damage. By the look of things, Pyrus ship is pretty fast. But the cannons just aren't fast enough to hit the Virania.
Varania has moved out of the perimeter slightly, but she's coming right back in, I assume. I just like to say Pyrus is doing a very good job turning his ship around to keep facing the ship Varania has that's firing at him.
Okay, some shots are hitting the armor in front of Verania's ship.
Right now, Varenia is just hitting the front armor, and it's not ideal for the ion beams. It can't cut through it fast enough. You know, one thing I've always wondered is the game speed actually affecting the battles? Because
Well, I recall that a few patches ago, Walt added a part about how game speed shouldn't change the physics now. So I don't think it is. It might. I don't really know. Okay, by the look of things, that character is Danzo. Yeah. It does still have a control room, but I think it doesn't really have enough thrust to maneuver around and actually get back to the fight. Okay, Pyrus is going on the other one now. As you can see, the cannon shots are so slow, some of them get dragged backward.
well, Pyrus is taking a
Back-
lot of damage from the perimeter. He's moving back in though.
Yeah, he's moving closer.
He's gonna get back in time. That's the important thing.
Yeah, but he did take some damage. It might affect him when he fights the other kiter that's left. I can't speak. Just let me drink some water, okay?
That's fine. This really seems to be down to like how fast Varenia can run away from the cannon shots, because ion beams are instantaneous. It can hit the other ship instantly, whereas the cannons, they just fizzle out before they actually hit Varenia.
Yeah, actually, big cannons have the slower projectiles in the game.
Yes. Well, there
Oh,
is. Well, maybe missiles are actually technically slower.
Yeah, like I think they're faster. Just they take the longer route.
Yeah.
To get,
Well, there is one other option. Oh, that was a nice direct hit onto reactor there. One other option Varenia has is just keep running away from Pyrus until the perimeter of death shrinks to nothing. Because Pyrus has taken more damage already, that means Varenia... Oh wait, no, Varenia took damage from the perimeter as well. So, I think she'd still win. But I wouldn't...
It's hard to tell.
Yeah,
It's
hard to tell.
hard to tell. I think that will be definitely a close game. Okay, Pyrus moving close again. Piranha getting away. Some cannon shots will definitely hit. Yeah.
But mostly on the armor though, which is good. Well, good for Varenia. In return, Pyrus lost another small section.
Half of a small section.
Oh wow, one
Oh,
part of his ship.
yeah, a
Oh,
part of
he's
his ship
burning.
blew
He's
up.
burning quite hard. He's burning quite badly. He does have fire extinguishers though, so it should be under control. Pyrus is now out the perimeter again, which is
Not optimal.
not
for him.
optimal.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
he
like
just took
both
another
power.
big section of damage on many of his parts. Varenia, meanwhile, backwards. Oh, this is gonna be bad because oh, maybe it's not so bad. All the electro bolts miss the shields, so the ion beams are still safe.
Okay, Verania is out of the perimeter this time when Pyrus is still in.
Pyrus is trying to end this ASAP because he is going to lose if the perimeter shrinks to nothing. He will not
Okay,
win
he's
that.
getting some damage on the ions. Okay, he took
Okay.
down
Well,
the control room. Verania control room is wide open.
almost. Any of these shots will destroy it, but it looks like Pyrus has not managed to do that.
That will be a really close one. Verania maybe she can survive long enough for the perimeter
I
to
don't
finish
think so.
Pyrus off.
Oh, wow, no,
Pyrus
Varania has
blocking
managed to get
himself.
away. It's up to that
Hey,
small
now-
section of ship left for Pyrus to take out that control room. Now it's up to
Yeah.
whether or not Pyrus is gonna die from the perimeter first.
As I mentioned before, since Verania is more further away from the line, she will take more damage from the perimeter.
Well, it's up to the perimeter now. Oh, and
Varania
Varania wins.
GG.
That was, I think that was mostly in Pyrus' favor, but he just couldn't maneuver his ship fast enough to actually get Varania. Varania just managed to like keep within the radius of death more often than Pyrus, which was the deciding factor here. He was so close.
Okay, next game will be Nope versus Polar Bear.
Oh, that's not round 3, that's round 4. Oops. It's quite. I'm quite surprised I haven't seen Orb recently. He defended his title last game, but he hasn't seen. He wasn't in this tournament.
Well, maybe he had some real life issues to deal.
Or maybe I'm just not hosting these tournaments at a good time. That's also possible. Pyrus got so close to actually destroying that control room with a few cannon shots. Just like 1 or 2 more electro bolts would have destroyed it. But, bad luck, I guess. Well, that's not bad luck. Varania was piloting quite well, too. Anyway, on to this battle. Firstly, taking a look at Polar Bear's ship. Ooh. Well, he's got one standard diagonal design. Ucko's muted himself. Okay, that's good. And one smaller fighter, which is a Ion Fighter design. The FF Vampire. Meanwhile, on the upside, this is actually quite interesting. These ships are, I'd say, a general purpose ship with multiple weapons, but it's a bit lacking on. It's actually not lacking on much at all. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just a general purpose ship. It's got ion beams. It's got cannons, and it's got electro bolts and lasers. From purely firepower perspective, I'd say that Polar Bear has more firepower than Nop.
Yeah, I would say so too, definitely. But I think Nop have the upper end on maneuverability. And as we've seen in the previous tournaments and previous battles, he definitely know how to take advantage of that.
Oh,
of
it looks like Polar Bear has managed to get himself stuck.
Yeah, it seems so.
Getting a ship stuck is one of the most annoying things possible because one of the ship actively fights your thrust. So it's gonna be a lot harder for the Polar Bear to turn around or maneuver now.
If I was him, I would self-destruct the small one to get the big one free.
Yep, he heard ya. Or maybe he thought of it himself, but he's self-destructing the small one. one of
just
Nob's
not
ships
fast
has
enough.
managed to get behind Polar Bear.
Polar bear just not fast enough to catch up on the other.
He's turning himself around to fight
That a
the...
bait?
Well, if Nob is paying attention, he's just gonna fly right into that hole. You know, the place that has absolutely no weapons and is wide open.
I don't know if you can do it.
I think he can. I think his ship fits.
Maybe.
If it fits, I fly in. Polar Bear needs to turn around to deal with that, but can he even turn around fast enough? Oh, he's doing it. I think he missed.
Oh, but that's
Even
not
missing
bad.
though, like, there's just no way for Polar Bear to deal with it. Oh well, now he's managing to get back in.
Yeah.
There's just no way for Polar Bear to deal with this. He has no weapons on his back. He's literally being hit where well, now that weapons
Probably only
advantage.
have half of the.
Yeah, just the moment Polar Bear can shoot, he just deals a massive amount of damage with his small lasers, but he can't shoot Nop at all most of the time.
Only one control room left and very small amount of weapons.
Actually, there's another control room on that section that got blown off.
Oh wait, didn't notice that. Yeah, but it does. We only have 3 thrusters, so we can through.
I think with 90% destruction. Oh no. He still needs to destroy the other control room. And Nop wins. Congratulations. We now move to stage 3.
Okay, I think that one would be bottom to top 2. Okay.
Okay.
So we have One Eye versus Dallas.
I mean, bottom to top, top to bottom, it's just the same 2 battles. The tournament just gets more and more exciting as we get closer to the champion. Speaking of which, the champion seems to be the same few people every single time.
Well, as I said before, experience is a very important factor in those battles.
Why haven't you won some more then?
Because
You should be one of the most experienced
Okay,
people
no.
here.
No, listen to me. Every design tournament I have participated in, I've won. Okay?
You've only participated in 2. Well,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's a 100%.
I should never have like made the first tournament also like a design tournament as well. That was just a bad idea.
I mean, no, you had that wild card when Walt can give out 1 point to anyone that choose, and he chose me. Okay.
Actually,
So
the
I
moderators
think
chose
that's-
you as well. We all chose you. All of us chose you.
Yeah, because my ship was cool.
And the community also chose you, so you got 3 points without even doing anything.
No, I did something. I built the ship.
Anyway, back to the battle. We've got well, same Dallas is
Unmodified final
yeah.
object.
And
And another diagonal laser. This time we.
this time with 2 control rooms. 1 control
And
room at the
missile.
back. And missiles, yeah.
let's see. Okay, that started to spin.
Well,
Then
I'm
it's
not. If
rolling.
one potential thing that the triangulator can do is just jam itself into one of those spinny, one of those missile exits.
Oh, well,
That would stop
maybe.
the
I don't
spinning.
know.
That would stop the spinning,
Yeah, definitely, but
and
then it
also
will just
make
take
like
damage.
half his missiles useless.
Oh, some missiles going in.
Wow,
Oh, whoa.
a
Yeah.
lot of those
It
missiles
didn't.
detonated.
It isn't spinning fast enough for the. For it wasn't spinning fast enough for the to get out. He's doing some damage. I mean, Dallas is doing some. Both sides are doing some damage.
But whereas Dallas is actually hitting the weapons, most of One Eye's missiles and weapons are just hitting the spinning thing. Because it's spinning, no one part of the shield actually takes too much damage. So it's gonna take him a while to actually get through to the main core of Dallas's ship. Though to be honest, if I was One Eye, I'd probably have chosen. I think he might have been expecting the railgun ship. That's why this one doesn't have too much PD.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, he said so in chat.
That's the advantage of having multiple ship designs. You can outsmart your opponent.
Oh, nice hit.
Yep,
It did
nice
slow
hit.
Dallas down. Mate is going again.
The only way to actually stop the spinning is to jam himself into that hole.
Yeah, maybe you should get like some poking stick ship.
Yeah, that
Like
would
you
stop
have
the
two
spinning.
ships, one for damage and one for like just jam yourself in. Yeah.
Well, there he has another option, which is to stay away from Dallas. Because Dallas has basically no control over his ship thrust.
Maybe you can just kick him around like a ball out of the perimeter.
He's doing it.
Oh,
That was close, but he needed more
not
speed.
enough power.
The other option is to just stay away from Dallas's like missile section because the missiles are so inside the shield. The triangulator can actually hit the shield without being hit by the missiles itself. After all, they are both missile ships.
The one I also have like a small laser do pretty nice damage to remind you.
So if he can't jam himself in, then he should just stay away out of range.
Oh, Dallas activated auto fire.
That's not gonna help him. To be honest, I don't think.
Oh, who knows?
Actually, those missiles are getting pretty far. So he is actually managing to hit a lot of He is gonna reach, but can he actually hit anything? That's the thing. Auto fire missiles also get shot down by PD quite easily. So basically, if One Eye manages to destroy the shield, he has a chance. Otherwise, not so much.
Oh, will those hit? Yeah, one hits the nose. Not significant though. Oh, seems like One Eye will go pretty close to the Dallas ship.
Again, the weakness of this design is that you've lost all control over your ship because you detach all your thrusters. So it's obviously Dallas gets away with this because he's protected from all sides and he can fire on all sides. But if he gets outranged somehow, then he's basically stuffed.
Oh, he's slowing down the spinning. I think
As-
he's trying to get to the middle.
Is Dallas trying to show us like how he can actually still maneuver the ship around, even without thrusters? Oops, I left the voice channel for a second there.
That's definitely an interesting battle to watch. Okay, one eye getting close again. Let's see what happened.
It's more just hitting the shield.
And all of the missiles hit the side, the inside of Dallas ship. Okay, some get out now. And boom.
Detonation.
And another barrage hit.
Still absolutely not much actually hitting the main core section of Dallas.
And now the perimeter is too small, so one eye can't really get a distance.
Dallas is slightly spinning himself out though. That's a small problem. There's always the perimeter of death to fall back on if all else fails. Most of Dallas's shield has been destroyed by now, but as long as some of it still remains, it's just going to be a constant annoyance to you trying to actually hit his middle section. Well, Dallas is. Oh, that was a nice bump. He's managed to bump Dallas slightly outside, so Dallas is now closer to the perimeter now. Again, like we mentioned, Dallas has a lot less control over his ship than One Eye would. So if he gets bumped out, he has no good way of getting back in. That was not the bump in the right way, One Eye.
And now one eye is out of the perimeter while Dallas.
Yeah, I think this ship's greatest weakness is its lack of thrust. Well, I mean Dallas's. If it gets pushed out of the perimeter, it doesn't have a very good way of getting back in. You'd have to manually wrangle both thrusters by yourself to actually move it anywhere.
Oh, a big section of the protection flew off.
At this point, it's a bit too late for Dallas, One Eye, to actually do any damage. Most of his weapons are gone.
But if you notice, Dallas midsection, that's a really big chain reaction. So even if you can get one factory down, they're all going down. Okay, the perimeter is really the game deciding factor now.
And if it is, then One Eye is gonna lose because he's been outside the perimeter for a lot longer. Some of these, yep, that's a chain reaction, alright. But the perimeter's already gone. He doesn't need. Dallas can just like keep one control room alive, and One Eye will lose. That being said, the unidentified flying object has finally been shot down. If I were Dallas, I'd be very concerned because he only has one control room left now. Right? Oh no, he has two.
Yeah,
he has two. He has
three.
Two.
Oh, two, sorry.
Two.
Yeah, it just... Two.
And Dallas wins that one.
Great, another great round.
Ah,
So
God.
that is up for the final.
That was a lot closer than I thought it would be, considering how much damage one I was taking. Dallas advances to the finals, and next round is Varania versus Nop. Now, if we know Varania, she's gonna lose here.
But then she wants to be second place. She will be third.
Well, actually, I think she just stops in the semifinals, or maybe the finals. I don't really recall her getting to the finals that often. Nop has been showing us a lot of different ships, so I'm quite interested to see what he's gonna show us this time. I just realized I'm still not online. Let's fix that. Alright. Final fight in the semifinals. Let's see.
Oh wow. Okay, Nop is using a cannon swarm ship.
And
ships.
Varania is using those ion kiters. I think Nop has the superior matchup here. Just like matchup wise.
Well, it's hard to tell, but I think you might be right.
Because ion ships have a hard time just focusing on a small ship, focusing fire. And like if their Nop was using one ship, he's got Varania outnumbered 2-1. This battle actually raises another question, and that's like, should we actually ban splitting ships because that goes over the ship limit?
I think not.
Well, Varania's already lost one ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this size range, I think Varania has a significant disadvantage. Ions need to continuously fire on the target and focus fire in one place, but cannons have burst damage. So Varania is
We have the upper.
yeah. Nop has a Nop has a lot of burst to just like completely ignore Varania's damage. By the time Varania actually takes out one of those thugs, she's already lost the ship. As you can see, this one is just trying to turn, but it can't focus its ion beams long enough to actually do any real damage. Also, like, Nop's piloting skills must be very good to keep controlling all these different vessels at the same time.
Yeah, as I've said before, he always takes advantage of that. He almost. I can't remember a match when he didn't have the superior skill of piloting and he didn't have the superior thrust on his ships, and he always know how to take advantage of that. You can always expect him to outmaneuver his opponent. Nadvirania said that it's PG, I believe.
Yeah, it's just yeah. Congratulations to Nop.
Okay, so now we have the finals with the fight on who can win more of those tournaments.
What's the current score, Octo?
Well, right now they are tied with 2-2. 2 tournament wins for Das and 2 for Nop. And that's the tiebreaker.
Alright. Well, this is a tiebreaker this time, but next time, oh, I mean, I guess this is the first. No, this is not the battle for the who can win more tournaments. This is the battle for who wins 3 times. Because Dallas has already won twice.
And Nop too.
Yes, but Dallas won that first. So this is the first. This is the first time somebody will be a 3rd-time winner. I have a feeling that these tournaments might be a little unfair to Nop and Dallas.
Okay, let's hope we will have interesting match.
Well, I'm always willing to ready to see which ships these two are gonna bring out. Yeah, the last time you two met.
I can feel Dallas thinking about what ship he should use.
Is that are you trying to say, Dallas, that I should host more tournaments? So that you don't have to wait 3 months?
Maybe we should. Oh, and he's using this the freeway splitter diagonal laser. Very interesting.
Meanwhile, Nop has a
yeah,
missile
that's-
barge.
Okay, I like to call that kind of ship leg because it have like the feet with a lot of armor in the front side, and you definitely have one dominant side, which is the one with the missile. So I call that kind of ship legs.
Okay.
Yeah, so Nope leg only have one control room in the back, as you can see.
Well, Dallas is splitting
And
already.
Dallas split, yeah.
Matchup wise, I honestly don't trust. I don't think that missiles are any effective at this price range. I've said this many times. I don't think missiles are good.
I think legs are actually kind of meta, but Das will have a problem because no, I mean Nope will have a problem because Das have actually 3 ships. So legs are really weak against flanks.
Not only that, like all these missiles, they just get shot down by PD.
A lot of them, not all of them though, and Das almost doesn't have any shields. But as you can see, it's doing some damage to the backside of the leg.
Well, this one section has been hit quite heavily, but Dallas still has 2 more sections, and one of them is very heavily armored, even if it is lacking in shields. I have to say I'm surprised that Nop actually did any damage whatsoever, because from what I recall, missiles were just like there to be shot down by PD. There wasn't any other reason for them. But no, he's actually doing some significant damage. Also, Verania, the thing about splitting is that it just allows for so many small ships to fly around. I mean, I don't think that's inherently a bad problem because you also need you need a lot of skill to actually pilot all those ships correctly. But it's just something that I'm not entirely sure on. I set the limit to 3 ships for a reason, but
personally, I don't think we should ban it.
I agree with you that splitting has a lot of tactical advantage. Also, I am absolutely floored that Nop is not losing this. I cannot believe Nop is not losing this. If I were making a bet, I would have bet all my money on Dallas. He is staying outside the perimeter for a bit longer than he'd like, I'd say. I don't think Nop can stay outside the perimeter for much longer.
Well, after the perimeter changes, it's really hard to tell.
All his armor are on like almost no health left. This last piece is Dallas's last hope. Once that control room is destroyed, then Dallas is lost.
GG. Nope wins.
Congratulations.
For the third time.
Maybe I should like ban these two from the tournament in the future, just so other people have a chance. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Well, great tournament, guys.
Congratulations to Nop.
In Ivy fight now.
No, I can't even win against you.
Nah. What do you mean?
All right. You want to fight? You want to fight Octo? I'll take you on.
Yeah,
all right.
I wanna fight. Okay.
Well, where are all my tournament ships? I actually don't have many. We'll be commenting on. We'll be casting for ourselves. Okay, just saying.
Yeah, obviously.
All right, let's go. Prepare to be annihilated. Well, one of us will be anyway.
I hope you will. It will be really funny.
Okay, before we start, let's just comment on each other's ship. Yours. Oh my God, you have 4.
I go first. So as you can see, we have an iron fighter with a electro. But the main problem I see with it is most of the armor are on the side, and you have a really big chain reaction right dead in the middle. So if I can take those reactors out, it can't really do any significant damage.
Here's what I'm hoping is that you don't have enough electro bolts to go through all those shields. But hey, don't call me on that. Also, don't forget you can flank me. I don't have any way to deal with you flanking me. Meanwhile, Octo's ships, okay, he's got 2 electro bolts, but a bunch of small lasers, and that makes me nervous because he can put a lot of sustained damage on my shields. And the moment my shields go down, it's good game for me. I think that's good game for me. Oh no, I need to turn ship. I'm surprised it actually hasn't gone into the reactors yet, but hey. I'm honestly surprised I haven't lost yet for some reason, but okay.
Well, I mean, you do have a lot of shields and a lot of energy to stay in those shields, and a lot of electro bolts to disrupt me shooting you.
True, but right now I'm in a rather precarious situation with, if I don't turn these ships fast enough, I am going to be in a lot of trouble. Also, I lost one of my ion cannons, which is, not good. You'll notice I only have 4 of them. That's about as much ion cannons that, as Varania had on hers.
On each one of those.
Yes. Oh boy.
Oh,
You managed to get through the armor.
that looks painful.
That
Okay.
was painful, and that's okay. There goes my reactors.
Okay, yeah, GG.
All right, GG.
Nice.
I guess I am. My ships are a bit out of date. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, I had a great time.
Me
hope
too.
to see
Thank you for casting this tournament with me, Octo. And like everybody else I've asked. I actually haven't asked anybody except Murgo, but he couldn't come to this one, so screw him. He couldn't come to the last one either.
Wait, he was best one, didn't he?
He tried to be here. He was having like Windows issues, just like me this time.
Oh, right, I remember.
Anyway, thank you to everybody watching, and I hope to see you on next tournament. Thank you to Octo for casting with me, and congratulations to Dallas for winning the tournament. Now, I am...
No.
Yes, Nob, not Dallas. Nob, not Dallas.
Okay.
I'm just so used to saying Dallas for some reason. Must be because all those tournaments you won. Anyway, congratulations, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Bye.